I was scrolling TikTok the other day and I came across this lady's video and she's like, these are the 5 reasons why I don't go to Aldi. And you wanna know what her first reason was? It was because I don't wanna spend a quarter on a cart and I can't figure out the cart thing.
Number 1, the cart situation. I never remember a quarter, can't figure out how to get the cart out, can't figure out how to get it back in. I'm sure if I tried a time or two, I would get it, but just not even gonna do it.
Girl, let me show you. You take your quarter, put it in here, comes out just like that. So today I'm showing you how you can make 3 dinners for 2 with just $35 from Aldi. These dinners are all delicious, so make sure that you check the description box and download the recipes. We're gonna make a really easy salad with a bagged salad kit and some chicken pot stickers from the freezer section. I'm also making bang bang salmon bowls, and then maybe my most favorite recipe out of this bunch is the shortcut falafel with pita and tomato and cucumber salad. So let's go shopping. I don't know how y'all's Aldi is set up, but mine is set up to where like when you immediately walk in the door, it's the produce section and it's always super congested. So anyways, I got cilantro, parsley, chopped salad kit, tomatoes, and a cucumber so far. I'm also gonna grab a pack of pita bread. I'm gonna get some of this tzatziki dip. It's very good actually from here if you've never had it. Cucumber dill. I'm getting a box of this long grain and wild rice mix. It's $1.99. I gotta get some salmon. I'm gonna go with the Atlantic salmon, $8.99 a pound. We're gonna get some mini wontons. They have chicken and pork, but I like the chicken ones better. Actually, no, these are cheaper and they're a more reasonable portion for 2 people. $3.99. The chicken pot stickers, and we need some edamame, shelled. No, you know what, I kind of like it in the shell. I like to eat it out of the shell. All right, this is everything that I got from Aldi for $36.41. So I got an Asian chopped salad kit. We're gonna put these with dumplings for dumpling salad. I got some flat leaf parsley, which I'm really glad that Aldi has that now. They haven't always had it at my Aldi, but it's great that I can get it there. I got some cilantro, a bag of edamame that steams in the bag. I like to toss this with salt and soy sauce and like some type of hot sauce like sriracha. And it's very good. We're gonna have that on the side with the dumpling salad. A bag of chicken pot stickers. I got this portion of salmon that I'm gonna make some bang bang salmon bowls with. Some pita breads. I prefer the white pita bread actually, but all they had left was the whole wheat and flax. So got those. That is going to go with these chickpeas, which we're gonna make a quick falafel from. Some tomatoes. One of these boxes of long grain and wild rice. I got a bag of red onions. I really only need 1 red onion for these 3 meals, but there's not an option to buy 1 at Aldi, so I went ahead and got all of them. I'll use them for something else. A container of the cucumber dill tzatziki, some garlic, and a cucumber. This is gonna be the easiest meal that we're gonna make out of this whole bunch. So I've got pot stickers. We're gonna have those with this Asian chopped salad kit. I'm gonna add some of the cucumber and cilantro to there, and then I'm gonna steam up this edamame, which is super easy. You just do it right in the bag in the microwave. I've got some oil in a nonstick skillet. I'm gonna do like a combination of steaming these and pan frying them. So I like to just turn them flat side down in the oil, and then once they saute and start to brown for a couple minutes, I'll add some water and then put a lid on it and steam cook them the rest of the way through. We're gonna add our water. Cover. Cook these for, I don't know, 5-6 minutes. Okay, so we're gonna add our salad in here. Cilantro, cucumbers, dressing. This one comes with some almonds and some wonton strips. I'll just toss this up. So sometimes Aldi has flavored edamame. They'll have like chili garlic, but I didn't have that when I was there, so I'll just make my own. I'm just gonna add some soy sauce, a little bit of salt, and then I'm gonna use this sambal. That's a little bit of heat. So here's how I put the salad together. I just put my salad mix on the bottom of the bowl with some dumplings over it. I used the sauce from the dumpling packet, some extra cilantro, and I'll have this with the edamame. This is super good, and it literally took like 15 minutes to throw together. Tonight we are continuing our table for two menu, and I'm actually just gonna cook this meal for my kids because I ate a really late lunch. I'm not hungry. Adam is golfing, and both my kids love salmon, so I'm gonna make bang bang salmon. I'm gonna take this salmon fillet, we're going to cube it, saute it in some spices, make a spicy like bang bang sauce to go over it, and then along with that I'm gonna take part of this cucumber and slice that. I do these like marinated cucumbers with rice vinegar. I've shared it with you guys a million times before. I actually have it in one of my free meal plans, so I'll link that down below. And then we'll make this rice on the side. And then, yeah, the only thing I forgot, I realized that I didn't put in the grocery list was a lime. And you can't buy single limes at Aldi anyway, but you do need a lime. I guess in a pinch you could substitute vinegar in the bang bang sauce. I wanna have a chance for this bang bang sauce to kind of chill and combine flavors. So I'm gonna make that first. In this bowl, I've got 1/3 cup of mayo and 3 tablespoons of sweet Thai chili sauce. This is the kind I always get. I just get it from Walmart. I always have it on hand because Kira makes tuna salad all the time. Well, she makes these like she makes tuna salad, but then she makes these like tuna rice bowls. So she does like tuna, mayo, sweet Thai chili, and then like seasons it and then puts it on top of rice. So I guess kind of like a sushi bowl a little bit. Okay, I added some honey, and then I'm just gonna add, I don't want this spicy, so I mean a little bit spicy is okay. Just like maybe a teaspoon and a half of sriracha, and then we'll taste it after I spill it all over the freaking cutting board. Actually it tastes pretty good to me, but I think it could use a little bit more sriracha. But other than that, it's good. Okay, here's what it looks like. Let's stick this in the fridge. I'm gonna try a trick to take the skin off of this salmon, which I've never tried before, but apparently if you pour boiling water over the skin, the skin will like come right off. So I'm just putting it in this baking tray, unless I can just pull it off, but I don't think I can do that without wrecking the meat. Do you guys think this is gonna work? I'm sure it will. I guess we'll find out. Okay, this is my boiling water. Apparently it's probably gonna cook it like a little bit, don't you think? I'm gonna be back when I get this off. You ever get the meat ick where you're just like, yeah, no, I don't like that. I don't want meat. I don't want fish. I don't want anything to do with that. It's like, I get that every once in a while. Not very often. I feel like the time that I most had it was when I was pregnant with Connor. I swear to God, I didn't eat meat like maybe like the last 4 months I was pregnant with him. Kira was a pescatarian for a while. So she still wanted to eat salmon and fish sticks and tuna. And in fact, I had to research how much tuna one person could eat in a day without getting too much mercury, because she was eating tuna salad like all the time. But yeah, I've been incorporating more like vegetarian meals into my meal plans and stuff, because sometimes, I don't know, I grew up eating meat with every meal, you know, like that was like you had to have. I mean, I grew up in the Midwest, so it's like meat and potatoes. But sometimes like I just eat a bag of edamame for a meal. It's good and it fills me up and it has lots of fiber and protein in it, so who cares? Okay, so for our sesame cucumber salad, in here I've got sesame oil, rice vinegar, sugar, red pepper flake, green onion. You don't have to put green onion if you don't have them, but I always keep some in the fridge. If not, you can use some of that cilantro that we got at the Aldi. And then I'm using my little, this is Oxo mandolin. I super duper love it. I'll link it down below, and it comes with like different blades, obviously, but you can use them without all the other attachments, and it's super easy to just throw in the dishwasher or hand wash. This would be extremely easy to hand wash too. Don't do what I'm doing. You're gonna cut your finger. Okay, so I only used half the cucumber for that. Like I said, I used part of it in that dumpling salad, and then this will be left over for the other meal that we're gonna do with the falafel. All right, I'm gonna let these sit in the fridge while I finish the salmon and the rice. So I've taken my salmon, cubed it up, and I seasoned it with some Cajun seasoning. Just because that's what I grabbed. You can use whatever you want. And then I'm just gonna cook these cubes. The rice is about done, I think. I just cooked this according to the package directions, so I'm just gonna turn the heat off and let it sit while I finish the salmon. All right, so here's what we got. We have our salmon bites with the bang bang sauce and our rice and cucumbers. This is basically like a 35 minute meal. Turns out super delicious really quick. Next up, we are making this shortcut falafel. And when I started to make this, I realized that the lid of my food processor was broken. So I'm gonna need to order a replacement. I used my Ninja blender instead, which I don't prefer. But anyway, you add all of your herbs and onion and garlic to a blender or a food processor along with the chickpeas. Just 1 can of chickpeas for 2 people, and then around 4 tablespoons of flour. If it doesn't hold together, you can always add more flour. Now, this is non-traditional falafel. So typically with regular falafel, you use dried chickpeas, and I've made it like that before and it's delicious, but this is perfect for a super quick weeknight dinner. And to make these a little bit more crispy on the outside, after I form them into patties, I'm just rolling them in a little bit of panko breadcrumb. I'm gonna fry these, but you could also like mist them with oil and bake them in the oven or put them in the air fryer. If you're going to do that, I would probably leave the panko off just so it doesn't get soggy. But I think that, you know, just a few inches of oil in a pot frying these, it really didn't take long at all. So I definitely recommend that because that's how traditional falafel is made, and it's more delicious. Like, obviously, what isn't more delicious fried? But anyway, you want to fry these for about 4 to 5 minutes until they are nicely browned on the outside. And then I have a plate with some paper towels, so just remove them to that. And then when they are hot and just out of the oil, you want to sprinkle them with a little bit of salt. If you are cooking for 4, you can easily double this recipe. My kids even like these, and I don't often cook a ton of vegetarian meals, like I said, but when I make these, they really like them. So you can see the inside there is fluffy, hot, and steamy. You can see the bits of parsley and cilantro and chickpea in there. They turned out really good, super crispy on the outside. And to go on the side of this and then in the pitas with the falafel as well, I'm gonna make like a really quick tomato cucumber salad. So I just halved some of those cherry tomatoes, added them to a bowl with the rest of my cucumber, and then I'm also adding some pepper. And then my sister has a garden, and she made this really delicious basil salt. And so anytime I have been having tomatoes, I've been sprinkling that on there. It's really good. Obviously, if you don't have that, just use regular salt and pepper. And then I'm just going to put a bit of, I almost said yellow onion, a bit of red onion in there. I don't like a lot of onion, but obviously you can put how much, or however much you like, and then parsley. So obviously we have some parsley left over from our grocery haul, so I'm just going to mince up some of that and add it to here. I was thinking when I was making this that if you had some feta cheese, it would be really good in this salad. I did not when I was making this, but if you have that on hand or you want to get a block of feta, definitely recommend adding some of that. Just taste it as you go. I had to add a little bit more salt and then also some olive oil. So super simple. I'm taking that tzatziki sauce that I got from Aldi, spreading it inside the pita, adding some of that tomato cucumber salad in there. You can add whatever you want in here. If you've got olives or lettuce or arugula or spring mix in your fridge, you can stuff that in there as well. But this was perfect. I wasn't sure if I was going to be able to fit 3 in there, but I did end up fitting 3 in there. And you can serve this with some extra sauce on the side if you'd like as well. But totally recommend you make this one. It's a really great, super quick, even though you're frying it, it's a super quick vegetarian meal that's perfect for a summer weeknight. I hope you guys enjoyed these recipes. They were all really, really good, and I suggest that you make them all. If you want the complete shopping list and all of the recipes, I'll have that linked in the description box below. Today, my question for you is, what type of food do you like to eat? I've had lots of requests for more vegetarian recipes. So are you a vegetarian? Are you a pescatarian? Do you just eat chicken and fish and not beef, or do you eat everything? Let me know in the comments below. And if you missed my last video, I actually made 3 dinners for under $35 for my whole family. So if you want to watch that, you can tap it right here.